Good afternoon, everyone. My name is Aisha Sheikh, and I am a volunteer here at the Distress Centre, and I'm having a conversation with Robyn Romano, the CEO of the Distress Centre. Hey, Robyn, how are you?
I'm good. Thanks for coming down and having a chat with me today.
Anytime.
Well, we're always busy at Distress Centre, so there's always a lot. We had a really exciting, I think, first quarter of the year. Some really exciting initiatives. For anybody that's been following us at Distress Centre for a while, we've been doing a lot of work over the last couple of years around community safety and really partnering across systems with health, police, and other community organizations. And so in February of this year, we got to see the next enhancement of that, where community mobile crisis teams through the ALEX, who we partner with, launched. And so we were a big piece of that in District 4 and District 5 here in Calgary, because those teams are accessed through a call to 211. And so it's really, again, been that enhancement of how does community come together and partner together differently to meet the needs of the community. It was a super exciting time because we're seeing more things happen on site at Distress Centre. So we've actually got our volunteer training back in-house and in person at Distress Centre. Throughout the pandemic, everything turned so virtual and so remote, and we almost turned virtual completely overnight. But now trying to navigate what stays virtual, what comes back on site, it has been that longer process. But we're back to having in-person, on-site volunteer training groups again, which is absolutely amazing. I've said it, like, to me, the volunteers are the heart and soul of what we do as an organization, and I get to work with and for the absolute best people that our city has, people that can come in and give of themselves on our crisis lines every day. I just have such admiration for. Getting to see more life and vibrancy back on site has been an amazing part of the first quarter of this year for us. In addition to the volunteer training, we have some of our counseling sessions back on site again. It's been interesting though. We offer now counseling in person, video and phone, and the majority of people accessing service still want video or phone. I think as things started to open up, we assumed and anticipated that more people would want in-person sessions. So I think as we are bringing more life and vibrancy and doing more things on site, I think it's also important for us not to lose all of the virtual components that we did gain through the learning of the pandemic. So it's been that navigation for us over the last couple months of what do we do hybrid, what do we do on site, and what do we keep virtual. We had some really exciting stuff happen for our team that operates out of Source. So Distress Centre has the largest team that operates out of Source, which is a collaborative just on the C train line, working with those that are currently unhoused or those experiencing risk of being unhoused. We were able to relaunch an ID replacement program, and we know often for people wanting to get banking, get a rental property, anybody who is looking to get out of homelessness, one of your key components of that is having identification. And so during the pandemic response, we did have funding that allowed us to start an ID clinic, but it was one-time project-based funding. And so unfortunately, we had to ramp that program down. But we identified how much of a need that was, and so we were able to work with our partners at Calgary Homeless Foundation, and we were able to get that program relaunched again at the beginning of this year, which has been really, really exciting. Again, it's what can we do as an organization to reduce the barriers that get in the way of people being able to succeed and thrive in their lives. So that was one of the really exciting things, and just really starting to look at what are we going to do differently this year and get into some exciting initiatives. And so our fund development team has been working extremely hard at throwing our first annual Drive for Distress golf tournament that's happening on June 13th. So registration for golfers has now opened, and would encourage people to come and be part of what is going to be an extremely fun day, but also a really important day in talking about the work that we do and raising the much needed funds for our crisis services.
So thank you so much. I really appreciate your time today.
And thank you.